All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all the praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders, Great Millstone. GMS taught me this truth. Honors to the brethren in the Akim, that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for allowing me once again to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is simply going to be titled Psalms 91, or I'm sorry, forgive me, not Psalms 91, Psalms 86, forgive me. And in particular, this prayer, because when you go to it, it's a prayer of David, which, when you go throughout you know, uh, these Psalms, you got Psalms of, Korah, Asaph. Some of them are from King David. Some of them are also of Moses, um, so on and so forth. But the one that I want to focus on in particular is this prayer of David in the book of Psalms 86. I'm just going to skim through it. It's not too far of a, or too long of a chapter. It's only 17 verses, so we're going to get into it, and I pray that this lesson is edifying. This is Psalms 86, verse 1, and it says a prayer of David. It says, "Bow down thine ear, O Lord, hear me, for I am poor and needy." And that's who the Heavenly Father is really for. He's with the forlorn, the ones that are at the bottom, the ones that are, as David said, poor and needy. Okay? And it says, verse 2, "Preserve my soul, for I am holy." It says, O thou my power, save thy servant that trusteth in thee." And when you go throughout all these books, all throughout the scriptures, you're gonna read of, you know, those that trusted in the Lord, those that trusted in the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. Like, for example, like, let me just see how many times this topic comes up. You can look up a word and then it'll pop up, certain verses that have that. And we're just gonna go with trust. And when you go, there's trust is mentioned over 271 times in the scriptures. 153 times in the old and 35 times in the new, and also 83 times in the apocrypha. Um, but point being is this there's no new thing about that. The definition or the act of trusting. We all of who you read of in the scriptures, from Abraham to Moses to Adam to Isaac to King David to King Solomon to all to the apostles, the disciples, the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai, they all trusted in the Most High. They all trusted in Yahweh Shema Shai. And so David is just letting it be known to save the servant that trusts in you. All right, and an example of that is, go to the book of Daniel, of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Those, when you go to the third chapter, it talks about of uh, how Nebuchadnezzar had mentioned that, and saveth the servants that trusted in thee. And that's exactly what happened to those men, is that those men were saved from the fire, from the punishment that they were to endure for not bowing down to the golden image. And they were saved from that, preserved from that, strictly by them just trusting and having their faith firmly rooted in the Heavenly Father, in the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. So David again is making it known, like, save thy servant that trust in you, because at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to just that: those that trust in the Most High, those that trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. And in verse 3, it says, "Be merciful unto me, O Lord, for I cry unto thee daily." And we cry unto the Heavenly Father day in and day out, all the time. Okay? And it says, "Rejoice the soul of thy servant, for unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. For thou art Lord, for thou Lord, are good and ready to forgive, and plenteous in mercy unto all them that call upon thee. Give ear, O Lord, unto my prayer, and attend to the voice of my supplication. In the day of my trouble I will call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. And see, in the time of trouble to come, or even in, whatever you find yourself in, some kind of unpleasant situation, something that may trouble you, that's what we have to do always is call upon the Most High, call upon Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and have the same mindset as David is, as he said here, for thou wilt answer me. Meaning, David didn't say, maybe you'll answer me. I don't know, but hopefully we'll see. When you read that, it says, for thou wilt answer me. You will attend to my call. You will, you know, be make haste to help me whenever I call upon you. And it says, for thou wilt answer me. And it says, among the gods there is none like unto thee. O Lord, neither is there any works like unto thine works. All nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Lord, and shall glorify thy name. And we're going to see that in the kingdom. All the nations are going to, fall, or every knee shall bow, you know. They're all going to come and worship before Yahweh Bashem El Shai and glorify those names, okay? And if those that don't, whatever nation doesn't want to do that, or individuals that don't want to do that, you're going to be forced to. So you're going to do it anyways. And it says, verse 10, for thou art great and does wondrous things. Thou art the heavenly Father alone. It says, teach me thy way, O Lord. I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart, meaning our minds, to fear thy name. I will praise thee, O Lord, my power, with all my heart, and I will glorify thy name forevermore. For great is thy mercy toward me, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell. And David's going off of his own little testimonies, the things that he had to go through. Because David, it's not a secret on, the things that David had to go through and to endure. He amongst many men, or at least I would say all men, have reached that low estate, have reached that low hell, that bad time, where you're just like down and out almost. But guess what? The Heavenly Father still delivered his soul, delivered David from a lot of things, the things that would get most men of us out the game. Yet the Heavenly Father had mercy upon him and still delivered him. And it says, verse 14, O power, the proud are risen against me. The assemblies of violent men have sought after my soul, and have not set thee before them. But thou, O Lord, are a good, or Salakia, but thou, O Lord, are a power full of compassion, and gracious, long suffering, and plenteous in truth, in mercy and truth. O turn unto me and have mercy upon me. Give thy strength unto thy servant, and save the son of thine handmaid. Show me a token for good, that they which hate me may see it and be ashamed, because thou, Lord, hast hopened me, which is another way of saying helped. All right, it says, thou hast hopened me and comforted me. And this is just a small prayer that had just came to mind, concerning just, the supplication of David, him asking of the things that, when you read it, after reading it, the things that David was inquiring the Lord of are the things that he needed, and not only things that he need, but we all of us need, we need to have, the trust in the Most High. We need to, call upon him, have it to where the Heavenly Father be merciful unto us, and be merciful unto us, ready to forgive us. All right, and the things that we ask of the Heavenly Father, we do it in prayer and in supplication. You know, we go to the Heavenly Father privately in our own spare time, so that that time that we go to Him in that spare time, that private time, that we be rewarded openly of the things that we ask. You know, and you know, always asking for these things continuously. The faith to unite our minds, everything that we have to fear the name of the Most High, to walk in truth, to to deliver us from whatever situation we might find ourselves in or fall upon. All right, asking for strength, asking for mercy, all these things. Crying into Him every day for these things. All right, but just a quick little lesson, Rakim. I just wanted to bring this out. I pray this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. And it's on to the next one, Akim. Shalom.